Hello everybody and welcome to your PE lesson. So today I'm going to try and teach you how to juggle, but we're going to do it by working through 5 levels. Now you might not be able to do all of this in one day. I learned to juggle over the summer holidays when my parents were working and I spent a lot of time at my grandma and granddad's house and I was bored. And because I was bored, I had a lot of spare time on my hands. So I literally just found some rocks and just started to practice. I think I was bought a book of how to juggle back then because we didn't have the internet. And eventually I just managed to learn to do it. But it was over a number of days and weeks before I could finally manage to happily juggle all by myself. Okay? So to start off with, we're going to find some juggling balls. Now, you might not have them. So I've got socks. Okay? So I've just put 2 pairs of socks together. Okay? Or 1 pair of socks, sorry. And folded them up into a ball so they're scrunched inside each other. So you can just see, look. Just got some socks. All right, but to start with, we only need 1 pair of socks to do it. And so level 1 is just to throw back to one hand. Okay, just to throw to one hand. Now, when we're doing it, we're kind of creating a box kind of around us that just goes above, just goes above head height. Okay, so if you imagine that, we don't want to go poof, all the way up and we're hitting the ceiling. So we're just trying to go above head height when we're throwing. Okay, so the first one you're going to try and do is just to throw and do 10 in a row, but when you're catching it, you can catch it with 2 hands. And you want to be throwing, though, with both hands. So you want to do 10 where you're catching here, okay, just going above head height, but then also throw with your weaker hand as well. Because I know I'll go with my right hand, might be opposite on the camera, but you've got to go with both hands as well. When you're catching, think about putting your little fingers together. So 10 with that one. Catching with 2 hands, and then 10 throwing with your other hand as well. Okay, and when you've done that one, that's level 1. So you could pause the video here, attempt that challenge, and then play me again. Okay, might have done that, you might be back with me. Okay, next one is level 2, and now it's just single hand catches, but we're going to catch to the same hand. Okay, we're going to catch to the same hand. So when we're doing it and we're going up, we're going to the same one. Okay, just trying to go above that head height, and then again, swap over, and again, just see if you can do 10 catches in a row. Okay, not going too high, not down here, this is cheating. Okay, just going above that head height. Okay, so that's level 2. So see if you can do that. Okay, now we're on level 3. Level 3 is single hand, but now we're going to go across. And this is really where we want it to go just above head height and then travelling it back. Okay, so see if you can do 10 throws going across. So we're not going too high, but we're just letting it go across and through. And we want that nice arch. We don't want it to be here and then we're bringing this hand across. We want it to be that's going across our body when we're doing it. Okay, so see if you can do 10 of those. It is tricky, and because you probably haven't been used to using and throwing with your other hand, you've got to get used to that. Okay, so that is level 3. Pause the video there if you think you can do that. Now, I'm going to give you a little challenge. Just go up to 2 socks to start with. Just see if you can do this one. We call it columns. We call it columns because we're going to go up and down like in a column. Rows go across, columns go up and down. See if you can do 3 in a row of this one. See if you can do that. Okay, quick challenge just before we go on to level 4, working with columns. It's another way that people juggle as well. Okay, level 4. We are finally on 2 socks. And we're going to look at going across. So this is where we're throwing 2 at the same time, but not exactly at the same time. We throw 1 first, and then when that one reaches its peak, that's when we throw the other one underneath it. Okay? So it should look something like this. So when we throw, we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Or the other way, 1, 2. So see if you can do a 1, 2, 10 in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's that 1, 2. Just get that rhythm. Remember, we don't want one going high and one going really short, although in juggling we do sometimes do that. We want them both to be a consistent just above head height. Okay, just above head height when I'm going there. And you'll notice I kind of keep my eyes at where I want it to go. So it's there. I'm not looking at the hand that I'm throwing. I'm just letting it throw, and then I can catch the second one. So you don't almost look where you caught the first one. So watch this blue one. I'm more focused on catching that second one. Okay, you've got to try and judge, oh, I think it's going to land over there, and then try and catch it. So that's that one. Right, so once you've got that, guys, you're basically there. You are then just about juggling. Once you've got this routine of throwing, and remember, trying both hands, throw with one, then throw with the other one first. Once you've got that, now we're basically on level 5, which is the one just before you're juggling all by yourself. But it's where we need the third one. Now, this is where you might find you're going to struggle to hold two in one hand. That is the tricky bit. You've almost got to have big enough hands. So you might want to roll up, I don't know, maybe you only roll up one sock. Something the size of a table tennis ball might be better for you. Okay, you just need to be able to hold it in your hands. Okay, if you've got bean bags, they'll be great because they're easier to catch. Right, 3 socks. So here's the tricky bit. You need 2 in one hand and 1 in the other. So when you're doing it, you're doing 1, then throw the other one, 2, and then throw the other one, 3. So the 2 will end up in the other hand, and the 1 will end up in the other hand to that. Okay? So it should, I've done this for a while, look something like this, where you go 1, 2, 3. Okay? So we start with 2 in one hand. It's easy to start with your strongest hand with the 2 in. Okay? And then it's just 1, 2, 3. Try and get that rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Okay, try the other way. You could try it with your left hand first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, obviously you're giving yourself more time the higher you go, but then you can be a little bit out of balance as well. So it's always easier to keep that kind of just above head high. Okay, that eye line or just above. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you've got that, guys, then you're basically there. If you're able to do that 1, 2, 3, then you just keep going because you just start the other way. Then eventually you'll just start just to get that rhythm, and you just let your hands just keep throwing. Just keep throwing, just keep throwing, just keep throwing, just keep throwing. But all the time you can see I'm not looking at where I'm catching it. I'm letting my hands kind of just fall in the right place. And if you can do that, then you're there. And you've got it. Then you can start doing silly things like heading it in between each one or kneeing it up and different stuff. I don't know if I can do that anymore. I used to be able to. Oh, no, I can't. Rubbish, all fell over. So see if you can show me a trick. Okay? But just that consistent eye level. But it all starts with all things. We've got to build up nice and slow. Don't get disappointed if you can't do it straight away. I couldn't do it straight away. It took me weeks before I finally was confident to do it all. Okay? So see what level you can get to. Maybe you just start off this week, or you just do your singles with the 2 hands to catch. Okay, that maybe is this week, and then next week maybe you go on to level 2. And that's absolutely fine. Okay, best of luck, guys. See you later. Bye.